What's up, guys, and welcome back to Software Knowledge Solutions. And today we're talking about Call of Duty Warzone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are running into problems where they get black screen errors, FPS loss, and all these beautiful things because every time Call of Duty does an update, the game becomes worse than what it already is, and it's literally becoming an annoyance to everyone out there that's busy playing this game right now. And yeah, so let's jump straight ahead into the solution to this problem, why you are getting a black screen error, and also why you are getting FPS loss with this new update that came out. It was about between 1 to 3 gigs big, and it was a recent update. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to go into Battle.net itself. So all you need to do is go to your Battle.net like this, and then go to this little gear icon over here and say Options, go to Show in Explorer, and it will be your Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You're going to double click inside here, scroll all the way down. Now notice one thing over here. As you can see, if I hover over it, it's 170 gigabytes. So that is Warzone, multiplayer, co-op, and single player all together. It's not just Warzone. Yours might be smaller or it might be bigger, whatever the case might be. It's not really doesn't have to do anything about the size, but go into the folder itself, scroll all the way down, and then go over here. So it says Modern Warfare Launcher.exe, right click on it, go to Properties, and then go to Compatibility Mode. Now, in all my previous videos, I've told you to go and click these over here by ticking them and apply these settings. I highly recommend unticking these now, since this new update came out. These options, every time Call of Duty does an update, something goes wrong with the game. I don't know why it's a thing, but unfortunately it's just a thing, and that's why we need people that does research on these things. Like what I went to go and do is research. So I highly recommend you go ahead and untick these two boxes over here and then say apply. Go to change high DPI settings, go over here and untick these two as well. Now, normally these would be ticked, untick them, say OK, say apply, and then go to change settings for all users and untick these as well. Go ahead and untick these, say apply, go here and untick these as well. Make sure they're unticked and then say OK, say apply, say OK, and say OK. Now you're going to do the exact same thing with the exe over here. So properties, compatibility mode, untick these. Now as you can see, mine's still ticked. So I'm going to change that now. So over here, I'm going to untick them, say apply, go to change high DPI settings, and untick these as well. Say apply, say OK, and then say OK. Now you've done that. Now the next step is this. You are going to go back, and this is where your Call of Duty is installed. It's a much easier way to actually just find it by going to your Battle.net like this. Go to Options, go to Show in Explorer, and it will say Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now for the black screen error, for people out there that's getting a black screen error, because I started running into it, where I would launch my game and it will just be a black screen and my game won't launch at all. Then I need to press Control Delete and end the game. It doesn't launch. It doesn't want to launch. I can literally just sit here and look at my screen and nothing happens. Now for you to fix that, you're going to go one back. As you can see, mine's called Call of Duty. I renamed this folder. So yours might be Modern Warfare or whatever the case might be, whatever it's called, as long as it has to do with Call of Duty, okay? I called it Call of Duty just so you don't get confused. I renamed this folder. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click over here, go to New Folder, and just call it Call of Duty is full of bullshit. Just like that. And there you go. You can call it whatever the hell you want. So you're going to go to your one, which is that size, okay, the highest Call of Duty size folder. You're going to go into it and it will say Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You're going to right click on it, say cut, go one back and go into this new folder you just made, whatever you named it, and then paste it inside here. Go one back, go to the folder that's empty now, as you can see, and just press delete on your keyboard and delete it. Once you are done with that, you're going to go out of that and you're going to go over here. Now as you can see, you are on Battle.net. And now all of a sudden it says install, or it will say locate game, or yours might still say play. Now to fix that, all you need to do is go over here and go exit, and then just relaunch Battle.net again. Okay? That's all you need to do. Just relaunch it, and it will start saying install or locate the game. You're going to click on locate the game, and then go to where your game is installed. Mine is over here, and I'm going to go to Call of Duty is full of bullshit, right there, and go to this folder here. Don't double click on this. Don't do this, okay, like that. Just all you need to do is click once on it like this and say select folder. It's going to say applying updates, whatever the case might be, and now you can click play and your game will actually launch, and it won't have a black screen error. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump straight into the FPS Boost guide and show you guys what you can do for the new update that recently has been released. It was about between 1 to 3 gigs big. So yeah, let's just get this out of the way and jump straight into the game. And actually, let me show you where I'm actually in the game, that what I just showed you now actually works and you won't get a black screen error. So let's just get straight into the FPS Boost guide. Alright, let's jump straight into that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are in Call of Duty right now, and at the top here, it will normally tell you installing shaders to optimize gameplay. So I highly recommend just let that finish. Don't click anything. Don't click on Warzone. Don't click on play. Let it finish. Completely finish. It will say installation complete in green over here. Then once you're done with that, you're going to go to this option menu over here, and then you are going to go to graphics. The first one is your display. You're going to put this on full screen. I highly recommend you go ahead and put this on full screen. If you want to, you can change this depending on the machine that you're running, but to be honest with you, right now in 2022, if you are running a very low-end gaming machine, like a really, really low-end gaming machine, you shouldn't be playing this game. I know a lot of people out there don't have the cash and money in general to be able to have mid-tier to high-tier gaming machines to be able to play this game, but there's a lot of people out there that have high-end gaming machines and they are still struggling. Okay, I highly recommend putting this in full screen and leaving it there. Obviously, this is going to be your main display. For some reason, Call of Duty doesn't even pick up my other screen, which is great. I love it. Call of Duty is just fantastic. So your main display, then you're going to choose your graphics card that you're currently running and the refresh rate of your monitor that you're currently running. Okay, this one over here, you can push this up to whatever resolution your screen can go to the highest it can. I leave mine at 1080p because I like playing my game in 1080p. I can push it up all the way to 4K because I run my game on a 4K screen, but I play at 1080p, game looks perfectly fine, and I keep this at 100. You can drop this down to about 95. You can literally just type it in here like this, 95 or 90. It's completely fine. The game doesn't look much different at all. It's not going to start looking like this. It will still look like that. Okay, but I highly recommend just leaving this on 100 and just press enter and just leave it over there. Dynamic resolution, put this on disable, this just on 10 all the way down. This on automatic depending on the screen that you're running. A lot of people run on ultra wide monitors, all those type of nice things, but I highly recommend just leaving it on automatic. This one over here, you're going to disable this if you don't want to cap your FPS to the refresh rate of your monitor. It's hertz. Okay, so this is also there for screen tearing. Actually, you can literally see what it does. This is called screen tearing. This is no screen tearing, and this is screen tearing. Okay, now I don't get screen tearing at all, and I also want to uncap my FPS, so I disable this. This you're going to put on unlimited. Your brightness up to about 60. It's your own personal preference depending on the monitor that you're running. So, or your display, like your laptop display, whatever the case might be. I leave mine on 60. 2.2, disable and disable. Once you're done with that, you're going to say apply these settings and you're going to go to quality like this. Now, a lot of people play this game at their own field of view. It's your own personal preference depending on the field of view that you play your game at. I leave mine at 120. That's just how I'm used to playing all my first-person shooting games, FPS games. In general, I put mine on 120. The highest that it can go to, if it can go higher, that would have been great. But anyways, highest it can go to 120. It's my own personal preference, right? You're going to go to advanced, and where it says ADS field of view, aim down sight. You're going to put this on affected. Do not put it on independent, because if you put it on 120 and you have it on this, when you aim down sight, it's going to go back to its default settings while you're aiming down sight. And then when you don't aim down sight, it's going to go back to this. So if you don't want that to happen, leave it on affected like that. Collapse this. This you put on least, streaming quality, low, texture resolution, normal, texture filter anisotropic, normal, particle quality, you can put this on high, it should be fine. Bullet impacts and sprays, enable that if you want to, it's your own personal preference. Tessellation, put this on all. This one you're going to enable just for the gore effects in game, just to have it, it's a pretty cool feature. This one you're going to disable completely. I'm going to get to that just now. This I put on 1.00 because I use NVIDIA DLSS. If you are not a user that have NVIDIA DLSS and you don't have this option, I highly recommend putting it on this, or on this, or on this for your anti-aliasing, okay? And then you're going to drop this all the way down. your game should be good to go if you do not have NVIDIA DLSS. But if you do have NVIDIA DLSS, ultra performance, all the way up, and you should be good to go because it automatically locks this and shuts this down. Okay, so ultra performance if you have NVIDIA DLSS like me. Depth of field, disable. It's a multiplayer game. World motion blur and then weapon motion blur. Disable all three of these things. You do not need it in this game. Shadow map resolution, low. You don't need it. It's a multiplayer game. You want to kill people, not see nice shadows. Cache spot shadows and then cache sun shadows. I highly recommend enabling these two things. It actually makes the game look a little bit better. It literally does make the game a little bit better in its view, like the way it looks and stuff like that. Particle lighting, normal. You do not need to play around with this. You can if you want. You can put it on ultra. It doesn't do anything to your VRAM, as you can see over here. So I just leave mine on normal, and it's perfectly fine. DirectX ray tracing, you do not need this at all. If you're struggling with FPS, why would you go ahead and put this on? So disable this one over here as well, and disable this as well. And then you're going to apply these settings. Once you're done applying these settings, you're going to go all the way up where it says Restart Shader Installation. You're going to click on this, and it's going to show you the shader installation here at the top. Once it's done, and it says Installation Complete, then all these settings over here that we just set now is going to be applied to your machine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if this worked for you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new here, and as always, peace out.